Hi, this is Sadik from Inside Access, and today I'm here with Nuwan Perera, Director of Software Development at IFS.
AI is touching nearly every aspect of our lives right now. If you take all the advancements in technology that have happened during the past, say, 2-3 years, there's some AI element related to those advancements. So let's take, for instance, chatbots. Now, when you go to a website, if you go to any Sri Lankan website, you are greeted with a chatbot sometimes. So there must be some AI element inside that. And also, like, we have facial recognition software. That's prevalent. That's common. So it's a lot of surveillance of software we have. They are using AI technology so that tells us that AI is playing a very critical role in Sri Lanka and in the technology landscape of Sri Lanka as well. So we can't underestimate the relevance of AI in our day-to-day lives. So that's my take on it. So. So I would break down this question into two parts. First one being the academic front of it, and the second one, of course, I can talk about the industrial applications of AI. So when you take the academic research, I mean, we have a lot going on. A lot of universities, I mean, there are research groups working to advance AI. So that, of course, in areas like neural networks and reinforcement learning, deep reinforcement learning, if I may use a buzzword there. So there are advancements happening, so that a lot of papers are being published. Of course, that number is low. The number of papers that are being published is very low, so that has to go up drastically if we are to be recognized as a nation pioneering AI innovation. So that's number one. On the other hand, there are a lot of companies in Sri Lanka that are involved in developing and augmenting their technologies with AI. For instance, there are a number of companies doing developing AI chatbots using technologies like IBM Watson and their own technologies. And also, perhaps we know that Internet of Things is gaining traction. You have a lot of sensors, you have sensor networks planted around the country, so that in order to analyze this data, you need AI technologies, you need data analytics, AI, data science. So there are a lot of companies involved in data analytics in Sri Lanka right now, and there are startups as well. There are startups, very promising startups doing that. Those are in that business. So that's the industrial or the industry front of it. And of course, there's another trend. We see that there are BPO type of companies. They are engaged in supporting AI implementations in other parts of the world. For instance, if you are to, there are companies who are engaged in classifying objects using neural networks that are being used in applications elsewhere. Maybe an application that can be used to identify parking slots in a car park. So there are companies who are engaged in classifying things. So that's happening. So there are a lot of things happening, and AI is gaining traction. But of course, we need to go to a higher state. That's my take on it. As I mentioned, number one challenge with respect to the academic area is the number of publications. It has to be much higher. But of course, we recently had this AI policy launch that was carried out by SLASCOM, the industry body associated with IT and software and services companies. But there were a number of high quality discussions that we witnessed during that event. One of the points that was raised there, it's difficult to upgrade the syllabuses because that involves a lot of bureaucracy and red tape. So those have to be eliminated. But fortunately, we have a strong private sector education base as well. So that there I don't think that difficulties are there to that extent. So they are progressive, but of course we need to modify the syllabuses so that the next generation is fully equipped with the necessary skills needed to work in this area and to capitalize on the opportunities that might be there. So that's one thing related to. On the other hand, there are limitations of the technologies itself. Of course, AI at the moment is a hype. Lot of things are being promised, but of course, the actual delivery, when it comes to the actual delivery, you don't get all that was promised. So there are limitations of the technology itself. So at the moment, most successful AI applications are object recognition. You can recognize people, everyday objects, and of course there are successful applications in the domains of finance and of course security and those areas. But of course that has to go up as well. AI has to deliver as well, so that we can overcome some of the limitations. But of course these barriers are there are new innovations happening. The barriers are being removed, so that we have a pretty good chance of succeeding in this area. I want to go back to my comment on SLASCOM AI policy, because SLASCOM is doing a lot in this area, attempting to contribute a lot to the country, because last year there was a huge conference on AI, and SLASCOM is going to repeat that conference this time as well. But there has to be a focus at the highest levels of the government and the policy making levels. So that focus has to improve